To be honest here, in my case, I have ever actively implemented stonewalling. Just like electricity shuts down, even intimacy. Hellos, hello lovelies, hello Achichi's Nation. Welcome to today's vlog. Today I'm so excited to have you guys sit here with me for yet another episode of relationship hacks. Do you know what we are going to talk about today? Let's see. Stonewalling. Ever heard of stonewalling in relationships? It's another type of red flag actually. A communication behavior characterized by withdrawing, shutting down, like somebody avoids to talk about maybe an incident, an issue at hand. Like they totally shut away from it. They don't want to engage in a topic to handle the situation at hand. They completely withdraw away. That is what stonewalling means. Yeah, it may also involve one partner giving silent treatment. Something has happened and they just keep quiet. To be honest here, in my case, I have ever actively implemented stonewalling. Me as a chichi. Yes, I know you're going to be like, oh, and she's talking about relationship hacks. Yes. I mean, we get a niche out of something we love, right? Out of experience, out of a situation we have experienced from. In a situation where I have tried to talk to the other person and they didn't seem interested. Or maybe this particular incident kept on happening over and over again. And there was no positivity. So I stonewalled. Silent treatment. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. We are going to look at that later. So in stonewalling, somebody completely withdraws. They even avoid eye contact. They are still in the relationship, but they're out of discussions. They are no longer interested to talk about anything. Now that you know the meaning of stonewalling, let's go and break it down. Just like electricity shuts down and makes the whole place dark, that's how stonewalling shuts down communication. If there is no communication, there is no relationship. So like I said, in this video, we are going to talk about why people stonewall. And then we'll also look at the impacts of stonewalling in a relationship. And we'll close it up by looking at the strategies. Why would someone want to stonewall the other person? One partner may feel overwhelmed with emotions and they just feel the need to withdraw and handle the emotion themselves. Like I said, looking at a recurrent behavior, something that has happened over and over again and the other partner is not improving. This partner decides to stonewall by withdrawing to further manage their emotions by themselves. Avoidance of conflicts. Have you ever met partners who want to avoid conflicts? So most people stonewall because they want to avoid getting into a ruckus with the other person. They want to avoid uncomfortable discussions that may lead into a fight. So that may be a reason why some people stonewall. It may also be a defense mechanism. Find somebody is really wrong, but they want to use this to defend themselves. So they decide to withdraw because of the guilt within them. It's a mechanism against the feeling of being attacked. So it's like running away from the problem. So those are some of the few reasons why people stonewall. Now let's go ahead and look at the impacts of stonewalling in a relationship. The first one is stonewalling shuts down communication totally. Just like power blackout causes complete darkness. That is the darkness you'll experience in your relationship. Because this person has withdrawn, they are giving you that silent treatment. They are completely, they are avoiding you. No eye contact. So how are you supposed to communicate with this person? There is a total blackout. Relationship role. If there is no communication, there is no relationship. You're wasting your time. Stonewalling may also cause emotional isolation. How? The partner who is stonewalled may feel rejected, may feel unwanted, feel ignored, because the other person is not even communicating to them totally. The stonewalled person will struggle to handle their emotions on their own, which should not be the case in a relationship. Emotions are supposed to be handled collectively. They will feel unimportant, unwanted, rejected, so leading them to emotional isolation. At the end of the day, you're killing your relationship slowly but surely. Escalating conflict. In conflict management, like I told you, I have had the experience. In my previous video, I already told you that I have worked in peace building for over 10 years. And also being a third-party neutral. So I have these conflict management skills written all over me. Conflicts, when not managed properly, will escalate. You may have a small conflict like this, a small issue, something really, really small happened. But because the other person is stonewalling you, so other issues will come up. They will keep piling up to this other conflict. And trust me, before you know it, you have an outburst. Even intimacy will be dead. How are you going to be intimate with somebody who is not talking to you, who is not trying to handle whichever conflict came up in the relationship? How would you be intimate with such a person? So intimacy will diminish. Intimacy is a mindset game. If you're not mentally okay, there is no way you're going to be intimate with your partner. And those are killers of a relationship. So those are basic impacts of stonewalling in a relationship. Let's go ahead and look at some of those strategies you can apply to address stonewalling. Let's look at it together, guys. Recognize changes in your partner's behavior. You should be able to recognize stonewalling, a behavior in your partner when you see one. This will help you understand the triggers. Like it has just happened, and then maybe you were in some argument, and then your partner decides to stonewall. Once you've understood that trigger to stonewalling, it will be easier for you and your partner to handle it. That's why in a relationship, it's very good to understand someone. It's good to know the person you're dealing with before you get into a relationship with them. It's good to learn the person so that you're able to adjust to some of their characters. You should be able to recognize patterns and their triggers for you to be able to handle stonewalling in a relationship. We already said it's dangerous and it's deadly to a relationship. Create safe spaces, guys. Create safe spaces. Create an environment where you both feel free to talk to each other without the fear or the feeling of being criticized. I know of an ex-partner who knew when to talk to me. I mean, you've mastered your partner so well, such that you know when they are in their happy mood. You know when to bring in that topic. Know what is the best time to talk to them. Once you are in a relationship, you're supposed to be friends. There is no way you're going to be partners and you're not friends and you fear to talk to each other. Hey, that's why it's important, friendship in a relationship. So create that atmosphere where you're both able to talk, interact freely. Take breaks, not withdrawals. When you take a break, it means you're just asking for some small space, sometime in the middle of a heated argument. I remember in our third-party neutral negotiations, can I call them that? Like these two parties have come to meet you. They have trusted you as their third-party neutral, as their TPN. So they have sat with you. You're already talking. Trust me, in the middle of the discussion, it gets heated up. People are arguing with each other. They want to throw blames at each other. They want to even feast on each other. That is the point. They agree to take a break. You're supposed to give them a break. Each one goes different direction to rethink about the whole situation. You can give them a few minutes and then they come back. In that case, you've taken a break. You've given them a break, but you have not withdrawn from the problem. You've still come back to talk about the issue because you want it done. You don't want it to carry over to the next day. So create breaks, but not withdrawals. Never withdraw if it's still worth fighting for. Practice active listening, guys. Be available to actively listen to the other partner by focusing on their perspectives. Focus on their perspectives rather than focusing solely on their reaction. What do they think? And what does active listening mean? Active listening is you're using your eyes. You're looking at this person express themselves. You're using your ears to listen to what they are expressing. Active listening, you're properly using your senses, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. You are facing the person and listening to them. That is what you employ in active listening. You are listening to non-verbal clues rather than the verbal clues. Do not interrupt as the other person is still expressing their perspective, which you're focusing on. And do not plan what you're going to say. Just listen to this person attentively. Do not impose. But the main goal here is focusing on their perspective rather than their reactions. But why did you slap me? But why did you do this? Of course, no man should raise his hand on a woman. Or even no woman should raise her hand on a man. Yes, it goes both ways. So focus on their perspective, not their reaction, not their action. Maybe, why did you, like, those things. So use I statements to express yourself rather than using other statements to avoid triggering defensiveness from the side of the listener. I really felt uncomfortable with the statement you made. I really felt uncomfortable with that backhanded compliment you made on me. We already know what backhanded compliments are. So I'm just here giving an example. Use I statements to avoid triggering the other person. Seek professional help. If stonewalling becomes a chronic issue, I think at this point you'll consider seeking professional help. You may talk to a third-party neutral like me, or you may actually talk to a trained counselor. You may even talk to a family friend. You may talk to your pastor. Talk to somebody. Seek help if it becomes chronic. So guys, stonewalling, in most cases, is seen as a silent treatment, but it has a lot of impacts on the relationship. So it's really, really important that you understand your partner, you understand the underlying causes, the triggers, so that you avoid stonewalling if you still love and appreciate your relationship. Thank you very much for watching today's video, guys. See you in my next. Bye.